want to make sure that we leave room for the ending so then we can go louder. So generally want to increase for the ending. So then when we get near the end, it's still impactful. It's still provocative, It's still sexy. It's not a wet diaper at the end of it because you don't have any room to move. You can't start super loud and then finish even more super loud because you already started super loud and you don't have room to breathe. Gain staging. Very, very important. What is gain staging? If you're not sure, very simply, we want to make sure that when we start the mix, we have enough room to increase the volume for the ending. Okay, imagine yourself if you are getting into production and you are structuring your piece of music and you are at the mixing stage, right? For most cases, just generically speaking, you want to have a mix that builds up in volume, and then you have the big sort of crescendo and grand finale at the end of your song. Okay, so that means you want to start a little bit softer in volume, okay, and you build up. In other words, from the engineering perspective, you want to start from a lower voltage and build up the amount of voltage you're putting into all your plugins, all your processing, everything for the final grand sort of finale. In the mixing perspective, it's my approach to do the same. So we start off relatively, balanced. In some cases, for this particular mix, I wanted to start a little bit louder to really get things going. Because when you're doing a mix for online, it's a little bit different. And you can be a little more creative about it. Sometimes it's better to start off softer. Sometimes it's really good to start off loud. But you always want to be careful that you're not super loud. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you're starting softer or you're starting loud. You want to make sure that we leave room for the ending so then we can go louder. So generally want to increase for the ending. So then when we get near the end, it's still impactful. It's still provocative, It's still sexy. It's not a wet diaper at the end of it because you don't have any room to move. You can't start super loud and then finish even more super loud because you already started super loud and you don't have room to breathe. So you always want to be careful of that, because if you start super loud, then when you do something softer, it's going to be really quiet. So you always want to be careful how the volumes. You notice throughout the mix, we were making sure that the master volume was always balanced out. Partially that is because of filming it live and making sure some other aspects that are involved. But a key there is maintaining your gain staging. So I want to make sure that we're building, and then near the end we can really let loose and we have that extra few dB to really make it impactful at the end. The hard style, hard techno, these are genres that can be caught up in this gain issue because it's already pretty compressed and distorted. That's just the style of the music. From watching, tapes and being at some festivals, seeing seeing that bit more of a push of festivals for that hard style and harder genres of music, you have to be careful with your gain staging.